No one has to remind you we live in a world of pain. Just turn on your television or open your newspaper, and you'll be slapped with the crisis of the hour. But on a personal level, it seems that we are all moving into crisis, out of a crisis, or know someone that is.
My life began in a prison cell in Fort Leavenworth, Kansas. It was a combination of years of anger and racial hatred. Although I'd grown up in a Christian home, by the time I reached prison, I had fully embraced radical Islam.
They said, you can either stay with her and see her off in the helicopter, or you can leave now. My biggest fear in that moment was that I would never get to see my wife alive again.
Everything was coming apart. You could just sense it all around you. The noise was just tremendous. And I remember praying out loud. I never pray out loud. I prayed out loud, Lord, not tonight. Lord, not tonight.
I guess I never realized how impactful that word cancer is until you hear it related to yourself. It just knocked me off of my emotional, mental equilibrium.
We had everything ready to go. We had the nursery set from top to bottom. We had taken all our classes that we needed to take. We were fully prepared. But there was something inside me that I knew something was off.
Don't you wish God would write down some simple guidelines for helping you overcome the difficulties of life? I've got some great news for you. He has. Drawn from the truths of Exodus 14, the deliverance of the people of Israel, author Robert Morgan presents Crisis 101, Back to the Basics, Making Sense of Life when life doesn't make sense.
I was asked one time if I could rewind the clock, would I change the path, would I change anything? And I've thought about that, I really have. And I have to say no. When you commit to a marriage, when you commit to somebody, you say for good or for worse, and all the good was definitely worth whatever we would go through. So I wouldn't change a single day for anything.
I just knew that he was having us go through this, that he was going to have us suffer through this trial, but it was to ultimately grow closer to him and to bring him all the glory and honor for the miracle that had just been performed.
You see, God restored my life. He took my failures and my shame, and He turned it for His glory. And I am confident of this one thing. If God did it for me, He can surely do it for you.
Crisis 101 is coming soon to your church, so sign up today.